Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is episode 44 in the Throwback Thursday series I'm doing using old makeup. Not oogie old, just not talked about old. So if you want to see what I get up to today, stick around, we're going to get into it. Okay, I am beyond excited and it's so silly and I can't explain it. But today's palette is the BH Cosmetics The Lit List. This was their holiday palette from last year. It's really big, like big. And it looks like a good palette, right? Like you're like, yeah, that's decent. This shade right here called Rudolph is the only glitter in here. I've never touched it. I will never touch it. When I got that palette last year, I used it over and over and over and over. I could not stop playing with it. I did 7 looks with it. There's a video I don't recommend watching. Boy, howdy. So yeah, there's that. Also, I have a bit of a conundrum. I'm going to need your assistance, pretty please. At the end of the video, I will explain it all, and then you can probably maybe help me decide what to do. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. So when I got up this morning, and that was hours and hours ago, but I came in the makeup room and I got this palette out and I just started swatching it and was like, oh my gosh, it feels perfect. Ooh, I should show you. I do wish it wasn't quite so big. This shade right here isn't a powder eyeshadow. It's a cream. It's called Bubbly, and I didn't realize what it was when I first got it, and I swatched it this morning, so I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be a crusty, gross mess. It's perfect. It's perfect. This palette, I'm telling you, oh my gosh. I probably should stop yammering about it and start piling it on my eyes. This is another one, I'll pile it on in a minute, where it's like, it's not hard to find looks. It's hard to just narrow it down to doing only one. This palette speaks to my heart. And I'm so dumb and I haven't pulled it out and I haven't used it in all these months. But you can bet your bippy this palette is staying out. I get so much new makeup and I try so much new makeup. I'm going to keep this one and keep using it because, oh, you'll see. Okay, let's just stop fiddle farting around. And I'm gonna go in with this Mostly Clean Refer 01. I used it yesterday. Probably should just bust out a new one, but I'm not going to. And as of this moment right here, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, man. I'm gonna need a moment. Okay, a few things happened while I was off camera. Obviously, I've zoomed you in and put shadow shields on my eyes, and I've made a decision. I'm going to do something pretty darn dramatic today. I'm also, at the end of the video, going to include swatches so you can see all of these shadows swatched out because I think it matters. So let me just give you a quick rundown on what my tentative plan is. I'm going to start with this silver shade on the innermost portion of my eye. Then I'm going to go in with this blue shimmer and then this blue matte and then these two over, oh gosh. And then these two on the outer portion, and then I'll run something kind of neutrally in my crease, I think. That's the tentative plan. Now, whether I'm able to stick to that or not, we'll see. I have this mostly cleaned off Refer 28. It's stained. I used it yesterday. I'm gonna go into that silver shade called Diamonds first, dry on this brush and see what it does. My face isn't done up, obviously, so it doesn't matter if I get any fallout. Oh, that's so pretty. I think I can bump it up if I wet it. Let's find out. All right, I got some on my brush and I just sprayed it a little bit. Whew. Look at that. So pretty. I feel like most of the time with these Throwback Thursday videos, I end up doing something a bit more neutral. So that's what sealed the deal on doing something a bit more dramatic today. That, and I love dramatic makeup. That is so pretty. All right, I'm just cleaning off my brush on my little, what is this called? Nano towel. Such a good one. And now we're gonna go right into the blue. Same brush, just cleaned it off. And without wetting the shadow, I mean, the brush is obviously still wet, but without wetting the shadow itself, I'm going to apply that to the center of my lid. If you're new here, I take all of my shimmer shades up into my crease and just beyond because my eyes are hooded. If I didn't, you would never see them again. I'm definitely getting some fallout, but again, I'm not being the least bit careful. Now I want to wet the shade. Most of the time, I prefer wetting my shimmer shades. I just like how they behave. And overlapping the blue and the silver. Ooh, that's pretty. Clean the brush off again. I'm trying not to do too many brushes. Ugh. We're gonna go into Santa's Boot, which was that kind of metallic black shade. And I'm gonna put this on all out here. Because this is more of a satin than a true metallic. And I may not even have to use the matte black, depending on how this behaves and what it looks like. Now I'm just working on the shape, what I want it to look like. I think that looks pretty good, or will, you know, once everything's blended out. Okay, off camera, I just went back over the blue a little bit and dragged that over the satiny black shade. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade right there, and that's called Not So Nice. And I'm gonna use that to blend out the upper edge of the shimmer shades. So I'm gonna take this little Rephr number 13 and go into the Not So Nice shade. And I'm gonna start in here because any transfer from the shimmer shades are gonna darken. And I wanna start with the lighter shades in here. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. So I'm just taking a little bit on my brush and going right along the toppest, most edge. So I'm just gonna blend, blend, blend until this looks the way I want it. All right, I think I'm happy with how this is looking. Obviously, I look like a crazy person. There's a giant mess under my eyes. I'm going to go off camera and clean that up, do the rest of my face, and then I will come back and we'll finish the lower lash line together. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Okay, I'm back and I'm kind of a fibrillator. I went in with the shimmery blue and that satin black on my lower lash line. I have to get like this close to the mirror to actually be able to see what I'm doing. So I just did that off camera. But I did want to show you, I want to use this shade right here on my inner corner. It's called Frozen, and I just remember this being like, wow. So let's go in with this little brush and apply it to the inner corner. Look at that. I don't even know if it's coming across on camera the way it looks in real life. It is so brightening. Oh my gosh, so good. Might even use what's left. As my Cupid's bow highlight. All right, let's zoom in real quick for an up close personal look at the eyes. And now I'm going to go off camera, fix my hair, zoom you out, and we can talk about this palette and maybe come up with my problem. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to insert swatches here while I just yammer for a minute about this palette. I still think a year later that this palette is absolutely phenomenal. I look in my eyes and you can't tell me that doesn't look like high-end eyeshadow on there. It's so, 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 so good. And I'm curious, did you get this last year when it was released? And if you didn't, do you wish you had? Because here's the thing. I loved this palette so much that I bought one to do a giveaway. And then, I don't know, I'd like to be able to say some big traumatic life thing happened and I just didn't get around to it. But the fact is, I completely forgot. I didn't even find the palette again until I moved into this room. So I still have it. And I would really like to give it to somebody. So if you think I should do a giveaway with it, let me know in the comments section. Or is that weird because it's a year-old palette? But if this one that I've used and have put my fingers and my eyeshadow brushes in is still good, the one that's been packaged up has got to be still good, right? Let me grab it real quick and I'll show you. Okay, it's in this white box. I showed you the back because the front still has my address on it. And I mean, I put all of the packing stuff in here. That's what the outside of the palette looks like. We'll just take a quick reconnoiter of the inside. Yep. Still absolutely pristine. The plastic is, I don't know if it's taped on or what, but it is on there. So, let me know if I should do a giveaway with this because I would really like someone to be able to play with this and enjoy it like I do. It's so, so, so good. And I feel like if I'm going to do this giveaway, I might as well include a little something else, right? So, all right, let me know in the comment section if we should do a giveaway with this and I will do it or not, depending on what the collective brain decides. But let me know down below, did you get this palette? Did you try it? Did you love it? Did you not get it? Do you still love it? I mean, boy howdy, I could not be more happy with this makeup. So that wraps episode 44 in the Throwback Thursday series. Done and dusted. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.